How you guys doing? All right, welcome back. The chicken was here, and now it's gone. How are you guys doing? It's Tuesday, Museday, and I'm Kalani, and you are you. And let's say hello. Scraping by, I think, is the title of today's show. All right, Bill, welcome. Yes, that's right. See, Bill put it right in the top. Scraping by. I thought it was funny. And you guys get the theme for today. Mix here, welcome. Roseanne, as always, pink waving hand. Can't see those on my screen here, but that's okay. I can use my imaginarium. And Urban Dervish is here. Welcome, Jesse. Also, Roslyn, Neil, welcome. And Sienna, nice to see you. Of course, Cornelius. Yeah, we should do a quiz sometime. Who has the most Roman-sounding name? That's right, it's Lacey. And am I all caught up? Did I miss anyone? All right. I'm trying to read. I wish there was an old person visual setting for my computer. It's kind of. Why is it that as the older you get, they keep making the fonts smaller and smaller? I'm there, you guys. Yeah. All right, so scraping by. So obviously, what we're doing today is I got out all the scrapers. I got out the CP. This is one of those wooden, like, lathed Widows, which is it's sort of a cross between this and the gourd Widow. So this is one of those ones that you see in like the music stores and elementary school classrooms. But this is made of wood. This is made of bamboo. That's a heko. And then we have the actual Widow, yay, from a gourd. This is actual gourd one, right? It's not plastic. And those are over there. And then on this side, of course, we started with the Heko Electro. Is that still on? No, okay. Started with the Heko Electro, and that's by WTF Percussion, who was dropping in last week. We started with this, right? And I wanted to break it out again just to give it a little feature. But I thought, hey, it's a scraping by is the theme. That's a good place to start. And then we had, oh my God, I'm choking on my headphones. I brought out this, which is we call it a ratchet or a cog rattle. I don't know why it's called a rattle. I feel like it's more like a scraper. And if you look at it, you see, it's kind of, I feel like it makes sound more like a widow, really. It's just that you're turning the instrument instead of scraping it. But how is that a rattle, really? You know what I'm saying, you guys? So that's that is a professional model too. Cog rattle, super loud, kind of annoying sounding. Not really. Depends on your perspective, right? And then we had the wira, the metal Wiro, or it's not a metal Wiro, it's a wira for merengue, right? And then what else? We had a little cricket sound. Let me come up over here. These are nice, right? The little cricket scraper. I guess they call these a rasper. I'm just categorizing them all as scrapers today. So these are nice to use for arrhythmic things, right? You get a little nighttime swamp vibe going. And then, of course, and I don't know if you caught that, but I actually used two different frogs, jumbo frog. They're very close in size because they are twins. They have the same mother. We don't know about the father. We haven't done that testing yet. But these are, yeah, you can see one has got a little wider. Maybe they're not really related because, this guy's got a wider. That's the female. And then this one's more narrow. There you go. So they're almost the same pitch, very close. Yeah, the male has a slightly lower voice. just like a note. All right, so we got those. And I think, you know what? I could have used the kabasa, huh? Didn't even use it. But I think that would count. That would count. Right? The kabasa. There's probably more things I could have used and I didn't. But that was a lot. And then I added conga, cajon, and we had the little I used the 808. Let's see, 808 with verb drum sounds. And I also had an effect I put on, which is a, let me see if it'll work without turning the drum machine thing on. It's like a, oh, there we go, yeah. So it's called a rhythm slicer thing. There we go. So this is what it sounds like without it, and then if I turn it on. Yeah. It's just an effect. And that was on the Roland SPD. All right, I think we're all caught up. And what was that? Maranog. And Jesse said, yeah, I have one of those bullfrogs. Yeah, they're great. And I like to have a bunch of different, I have a bunch of different sizes of them, but they're rarely in the same place because, you know, at night they like to venture. But I think, let me see. Oh yeah, look at this. This is cute, you guys. Look at this. Hang on. So cute. Look at this. Aw. Look at that. That is a family right there. Look at them. So 2 little babies. Here's what the, whoop. It's all right. Oh my goodness. Here's what the babies sound like. See? They'll take after their parents. So maybe we can get all those going later. That might be fun. And I have all sizes in between. I just don't have them here right at the moment. All right. This one kind of reminds me of that one Star Trek episode. Remember that? Remember the, see? I'm a tan frog. No, I'm a brown frog. I'm a tan frog. I'm a brown frog. Remember that Star Trek episode where the people were like half black and half white, and but then they hated the other people who were white and black, but they were white and black on the opposite sides. So weird. But it makes you think, doesn't it? Roseanne, you said you have 6 different sizes of frogs. Wow. Yeah, do that video, and then, you know, maybe see. So now you guys, when we get into these things, right, and we start like today's show, I was thinking, you know, could we do something with just scrapers and scrapers, and I thought, okay, let's go for it. I didn't rehearse anything. I did come into the studio like I usually do, you know, maybe 15 minutes before the show, and I started setting up and getting levels and checking the equipment, and then I was like, I'll usually do like one little looping test just to make sure everything is here and manageable, and I did do some testing just to see how kind of the different instruments respond and how I want to play them, you know, because part of it, especially with a scraper, I feel like it's a very physical instrument because you're holding it and you're for me, you do kind of a weird motion. It's not really like this motion, although I guess if you held the scraper like this, you could do that, but it tends to be just a little different than, like, you know, most of what we do as percussionists, even though these instruments they fall into our wheelhouse for sure. But it made me think about the physicality of it, and how the physical, you know, whether it's a small little instrument like the little frog or the Hecko Electro, or a big instrument like the Wiro. I mean, this thing is pretty giant. it makes me think about how I want to play it, and then therefore what types of music I'll play on it, because it does affect it. Um, and same thing with like the little cricket is really easy to play, whereas the frogs are, they're simple, but they're not as agile. So that kind of thing, right? So the instruments do dictate a little of what we play musically. And I also wanted to hear how they sounded all together, which, is kind of what I thought they would probably sound like. Not super different, but actually different enough so that you could hear the orchestration, you could hear the textures, right? They weren't all the same. Every scraper had its own voice, its own sonic, its little spot in both timbre and pitch wise, and so that's what we did. If you guys have any similar ideas, I mean, you could do the same thing with drums, of course, like all frame drums or all hand drums. Um, Maybe all wood blocks, like bells and blocks, right? You could do the same type of thing, and that can be actually very musical, right? You get a lot of bells and blocks going, and you have a melody there a lot of the time. Let's see. Maro. Okay, Maro, thank you for a reminder. It's going to take me a while, probably. I probably won't remember that tomorrow. Although I might. I don't know. Have you ever had a chance to see an instrument called a hipinike? Yes. I actually am repairing a hipinike out in my side yard right now. I had one that it got kind of, I don't know, it got kind of messed up in the threads on the tightening, the lug nuts. It's an old instrument, and there's a lot of aluminum parts, and I don't know, it just got like crusty. So I took it all apart, and I'm kind of rebuilding it. So maybe we'll see that. Yeah. So yeah, I do. I have a hepinike, and I have a caixa and surdo and pandeiro. Lots of different instruments, but sadly, I don't have a lot of room for a lot of the Brazilian percussion in my little studio here. But someday I will break out the hepinike. I also have a tantan. I don't have a chimbal, but do I? No. I have two surdos, but they're just like, they're too big to keep in here all the time. But thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that. All right. Again, you guys, I think we're gonna skip the guess the sound today. But maybe we'll get into the yin drumming, unless anybody has any requests. And if you do, let me know. But time goes by pretty fast. So I think what I want to do is let's try this. Let's do. I'm going to use the yin drumming idea, which is the idea with yin drumming is simple music that's meant to be a little bit trance inducing, and maybe you can think of it as sedative on the sedative side, or on the just hypnotic side of things, right? And the idea is consistency and not complex. It doesn't mean the rhythms have to be simple, but they probably want to be blending and consistent, and we're not doing solos or anything fancy. So it's not about that. It's just about a vibe, and you can think of it as more background music that you might do something else, while you're listening to the music, just kind of as a background, or, something to move to or sing to or play to. So I'll get that set up. I'm going to change the tempo a little bit, speed up a little. And I'm going to take some time and just set up something that hopefully will be, I guess, on the hypnotic side. I'm not going to use the drum pad for this, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Probably not going to use the drum. I'm going to try to do this just with all the scrapers, right? So let's see what we can get going on that front. All right. Okay. All right. Well, what was that like? I don't see any comments after. Okay, there's a couple. Um, yeah. Okay. Urban River says I like the yin drumming. I do drum mantras. Yeah, similar idea. Nice. Any Radiant Sutras with the yin drumming? And Roseanne said this would be great to fall asleep by. You know what? Let's bring it back. We'll bring back at a low level. And like Roseanne said too, yeah, get the Gimme 5 suggestions going. Let's do this, you guys. I will go over to the Radiant Sutras and let's see if we can find something to read. How about that? I think this might be good. All right, let's try this one. It's starting off with the theme we have, so I'm gonna do two readings. I'm gonna do number 63 and number 64, and I'm gonna do them back to back. All right, so let's try that. dreaming, dreaming, sleeping, awakening. Rhythms of darkness and light. Day and night, night and day, wondering, who am I? Who am I? Who is morphing through this ever-shifting flow? Beloved, wake up. Dance in your true body before time. Shimmering energy without end. Secrets are hidden in darkness and difficult nights. You awaken into a pang of aloneness, a howl of separation. This is the call of the Dark One, the roar of life seeking its source. The union you long for is within reach. Throw off all hesitation. Become one with the fear. Plunge into the uncanny blackness, eyes wide open, as if there were no other choice. Vibrating with fierce tenderness, breathe intimately with the Lord of infinite space. All right, what do you guys think? How was that? Yeah, urban diversity. It does sound a lot like Rumi's poetry. It's very similar. A lot of it is, well, what we would call today, I guess, mindfulness based, but I think of it as just very sensory based and observational, just objectivity, but beyond, spiritual objectivity. Because the basic position in the Radiant Sutras is that there are no secrets in the universe, right? Everything is here, which I like, and it aligns with my beliefs, but everything is also incredible and amazing and magical, right? It's not magic, but it's magical and it's amazing. So just connect with that and beauty, the feeling of life, just the fact that you're alive at all. It's, if you think about it, within the context of the history of the universe and even just the earth as we understand it, how can you not be grateful for that? Thanks, Mick. Yeah, so the Radiant Sutras, again, that's by Lauren Roche. I'm just going to give it a little plug right now. So here's the little copy I have. Looks like this. Lauren Roche. I don't know if you can see that, but that's his name down here. Lauren Roche. He's the local LA guy, and my copy's falling apart, but this is the little copy. There's a little one. This is, I think, selected, and then there's a big, fatter copy that's spiral bound, which I actually recommend because then it's not going to break apart when you crack it. Like this one is, it's coming apart. But I also have the Kindle version, which is I was just reading from. So you can grab the Kindle version. I was reading it on the iPad down here, which is another plus of having the iPad, which is kind of new in my studio. But what he did is it's a translation, right, of these ancient Sanskrit. You could call them poems, but they're poems in as much as like the Iliad and the Odyssey and all that is a poem. It's a conversation. These Radiant Sutras are like a conversation. I forgot which names, but it's a conversation between two beings, put it that way. So you can make of it what you will, but I like it. Oh, you have the spiral. Oh, nice, Roseanne. Yeah, I like the spiral bound one. It's complete and what I like about them too is that they're just little packages. So it's a great coffee table book or nightstand book or in the morning in the bathroom. You can leave it anywhere and just open it up and get a little something to think about and hopefully something to feel about, right? Like do what it says. Try it and see what happens. But I won't go on and on about spirituality, but my spirituality thing is like spirit is the force that creates and moves everything, and the rest is just stuff, right? There's just material, and then spirit moves it into being, and it's like what animates everything. And then the design part, I mean, people think of it different ways. Some people call that God, some people call it evolution or whatever it is. The design of everything is the other element, right? That's the DNA. That's the seed. But to me, yeah, spirit is what animates everything. So kind of simple. Try not to overthink it. All right. So you guys check the chat for information. Okay, Roseanne is picking. You're picking yourself. Nothing wrong with that. I think Roseanne is actually very patient because she usually picks other people, gives other people the chance. So let's do your give me 5, Roseanne. Cajon, Hecko Electro, flute, cabasa, cricket. All right, mellow tempo. Oh, 5/4. Okay. Well, fancy schmancy. 5/4. All right. Let's reset. So I'm gonna change the click track in here. I guess I don't really need a click track, but it does help with the cycle. So I'm gonna go to 5/4. Let's see. How's 100? Is that medium or is that slow? I feel like it's kind of medium slow. That's medium, right? Right? Yeah, nobody else was stepping up, you guys. What's up? What's happening? That's okay. Oh, you've been working with 5/4 a lot? That's cool. That's awesome. So, I reserve the right to throw in like one of these. That's a pretty cool bass drum, right? I don't know how you get the reverb off of it, but it's got all this reverb. It's kind of fun. All right. So let me gather my instruments real quick, just so they're within reach. So we had again cajon, echo electro, flute, cabasa. Let's put the cabasa over here. And cricket. We'll get the cricket. And yeah, we'll take a second. And let's see what I'm feeling. Flute. There's so many choices, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go with an A, a G, or an A. Just a mid range for a mid tempo. All right. All right. How was that? I think that was pretty 5/4 medium tempo. Um, yeah, thanks you guys. It's kind of hard to play 5 slow, I think, so that's a good practice. Yeah, Roseanne, thanks for the suggestion. That's kind of nice, the slow 5/4. Um, I like the way it kind of cycles in and out of your consciousness. Like it's, it has a way. I feel like I get lost in it a little bit, but then I come back. So it's nice in a way. It's kind of like you have to listen, and pay attention, but then you don't really. You can just kind of float on top. So, all right, you guys, we just have a couple minutes, so ooh, I do want to tell you guys, I don't. Oh no, I'll be here next week, but I think the week after, which I think is the 17th, I am not going to be able to do the show. Tuesday, because I'm going with my wife and we're going to an overnight trip to Catalina Island, and we're gonna do some scuba diving, and including a night dive, which is gonna start like right at 6 o'clock. So I can't. I think yeah. I'm not gonna try to do. I'm not gonna try to do the Tuesday Museday. So that's in 2 weeks. So I'll see you guys next week. But not the week after. All right, and then in March, I will be gone like I think 3 weeks. But I'm gonna try to bank some stuff for you guys. Like I don't know what. Send me some requests, and then I'll try to do that. And I'm fine doing like a 30-minute video or whatever, or maybe an hour. I don't know. I recently posted, in case you guys didn't see it, I recently posted almost a 50. I think it's like 48 minutes without stopping and without editing, by the way. Yeah. Video on what I call essential. They're basic skills, but like basic drummer skills, but also for people who lead group drumming and facilitate. They're just kind of like basic skills you want to have. Not all easy to do. Like for example, keeping the beat steady when other people are not. So simple but not easy. A lot of them, and you can watch that on the channel right now. So if you want to have any, if you guys have questions that I can answer or you think I can answer, then just send me a request, all right? And do that through Patreon, patreon.com/Kalani. And also, while we have a minute, you can get your swag, you can support the channel and get clothing. So this is like one of the original shirts that I did. It's just very simple, but I love this one, Play Your Drum, because it is the 3-word message, which is nice. And are they all 4-letter words too? Ooh, even better. So, oh, it's funny. I feel like if you were rhythmically going to do this, you could do it in 3/4, in 16th notes, 3 times 4. All right, you guys. So any last, you want to say any thank yous or goodbyes? Now's the time, but I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Urban Dervish, and thanks everybody for showing up as usual. Thanks, Roseanne, for helping out so much and the suggestion today. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And let's go out with a little bit of the music, because we can. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
World Drum Club.